forget how delicious pierogi is. Woo! Oh, hello everybody and welcome back to the We Only Do One Take podcast. It's the only podcast in the world that is a complete shit show. I am Turch, and with me is my co-host, the CEO, the man that likes a good sausage. It's Kieran. How you doing, buddy?
Actually, I didn't get to taste the sausages on the weekend.
That's true. You came too late. You were too busy helping move house.
I was there
in spirit.
You know what, Turch? What? Yes, I got a fucking rant. But why did I just not decline? My father says we're moving.
I was going to say, like,
moving house.
The free barbecue that I was putting on.
He's like, we're moving house. I need your help. Now, I committed to this about, a month ago or 6 months ago. Never put it in my 6 weeks ago. Never put it in my diary.
Yeah.
So you send this thing saying having a barbecue, and I'm like, great,
perfect.
I've got nothing on my Sunday calendar. I am good to go. And then, of course, a couple of days before you barbecue, my dad's like, oh, don't forget about the moving on Sunday. And I was like, fuck.
I did notice that was a little bit suspicious because you were like, I'm 100% in for a barbecue, can't wait. And then you're like, I'm helping my dad move. I'm like, oh, geez, someone either has done something bad, has to make up for some sort of activity that they've done. Or
he helped me move to Ballarat.
They committed.
And so part of me goes, fuck, I owe a favour here.
But he's also your dad. See, that's the clincher. That is the role of a parent, to help out children.
Uh-huh.
Vice versa, there's a bit of a more leeway.
I'm going, you're old enough and rich enough to pay someone. Why are you not paying someone to do this?
Was everything ready to be moved?
This is the thing. Now, Turch, if I said, hey, Turch, I'm moving house, could you help me?
Yeah.
I would have
everything in a box,
when I
ready to
moved
go
from Melbourne to Ballarat. Everything was in a box. Everything was ready to go when we turned up with the truck.
The truck is ready. So you just have to help me put everything onto the truck. That's it. And then help take everything out of the truck
and put it in a position where it sort of belongs, and then fuck off. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to be turning up to my old man's house.
Mm-hmm.
They're not completely moving everything out of their house because decorators coming in and putting keeping some furniture. Some furniture's going into their house for when they put it on the market. Okay. So I'm like, it's not a complete move.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. 9:30, 9 a.m. is be there at 9 a.m. I was there at 9 a.m. ready to rock and roll. My dad had went to go get the truck, and he drove there and he forgot his fucking license. So he had to drive back and then go back again to get the truck. So it's now after 9:30. Okay. All right. Well, don't worry, Turch, because there's plenty of things to do. They've hardly fucking packed.
So you're not there to help move, you're there to help pack.
Pack. And move. Which I'm going...
I signed up for
the moving part. Yeah. And in my calculation, I was like, it'll be 3 hours-ish.
Yeah.
Right? So that
everything
takes me...
on a truck, they don't have too much.
I was like, let's say it takes me to 1 p.m. Okay, 4 hours. I'd go back. I had clothes. I had to have a shower.
Yeah.
And then I was like, bam, I'll be at Turch's house. I'll be at your house
2:30,
maybe...
3 o'clock.
2:30, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock at the latest.
Yeah. You were still packing boxes, were you?
Oh, I was still packing boxes.
All the good crockery. and then do they pack clothes? I always find that's the most obnoxious one. Those clothes, when I moved from my parents' house into this place here, I grabbed all my clothes. I put down the seats in my car. Mm-hmm. I put all my clothes and I just laid them on the coat hanger. And when I got here, I picked them all up and I just shoved them straight onto
I got to the point because they've still got another week to sort of get their shit out. I was like, that can go in a car. That can go in a car. That can't go in a car. All right, we're moving it into the truck.
If only Oprah was there. You can put that in a car, and you can put that in a car, and you can...
I was just like, I've got shit to do. I've got a barbecue to go to.
Oh, you can't... You gotta love parents.
Mm.
See, my mum...
Parent and then a stepmum.
Yeah.
Who at the other house wanted to start decorating and having everything in the right position. And I was like, fuck that.
No.
I don't care where the couch is facing. The couch goes in this room. Done.
As long as you get it in there, they can like rearrange it the way.
Yeah.
See, my mum is the complete opposite. Like if people go, we're helping you move. Like if my mum goes, oh, we're gonna help me move. It's like, yeah, I'll get there, and they'll just be like, oh, you just have to put this one box on the truck. Like, what do you mean? I was gonna do other things. Oh no, I've organised that. I moved it myself. Mum, you're a 4'11" woman. How did you move everything?
I want that mum. Yeah.
My mum is your mum.
Anyway.
You can have... my mum has adopted you.
Excellent.
She's like, oh, he's a doctor? That's what I wanted.
My disappointing children haven't lived up.
Yeah.
So I told them, I was very adamant, very clear, this is the last move ever. Yeah. I am not helping with any...
Yeah, that's it.
I was like, the favour from my move to Ballarat has been paid.
Debt paid.
Debt is paid.
Yeah.
That is it. No more... I'm not helping.
No, you move one more move, shipping them into the retirement home and taking over their house.
Shit, yep, correct. And then when they die, taking the Bromleys and all the expensive shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not even going to lift the coffin. For the grandchildren.
I'll be too old by then, Turch.
That's true. That's true. You'll be in an A-frame walker and a metal hip. Metal hip. Well, speaking of old people, it was my dad's birthday last week.
Yeah, it was.
And I fucking love my dad.
Oh, he's great.
And he's like, we're going to...
You are a mini version of your father.
I know. Yeah. I know. And the worst thing is, when we get together, we just feed off each other's energy so much. Yeah. And suddenly there's just two drunk guys egging each other on to drink more.
It's great. I love it.
It's amazing. So Dad goes, we're going to this basically American-style sports bar in Bandura for dinner.
Oh, cool.
And I said, that's pretty great. And he goes, yeah, I've heard they have really good ribs. Oh,
good man.
What a man. So we get there, we're like, oh, very excited. Dad's like, I've heard the ribs are really good. We order us a pitcher of, what's it called, Boston Lager? No, Brooklyn Lager.
Brooklyn Lager. A pitcher of Brooklyn Lager.
Yeah, so it's like 1.7 litres. It's like a big...
I've never heard that word, pitcher.
Yeah. And then...
1.7 litres?
Yeah, it was massive.
Shit.
Yeah.
Milk comes in 2 litre cups.
Yeah, I know. It was
2 litres of milk.
I think like, this is what I mean, like a jug is like just over a litre.
Yeah.
This was 1.7. They filled it right to the top. So they gave us... Instead of pot glasses, they gave us schooner glasses.
Schooner glasses.
It was like 4, and we poured 3, and I'm like, wait a second, I still got like a beer and a half left in the pitcher. It was pretty great. I had a great time. But this was the bit where we're all sitting there at the restaurant, and then we go, oh, we'd like to order, can we have the menus? Mm-hmm. And this is when things take a turn.
Is this a place they don't have menus?
This takes a turn for the worst. They go, oh, all you have to do, sir, is QR code our menu.
Oh, no.
And you just sit there like, no. No, I'm not in. And my dad goes, this is classic boomer. Didn't bring my glasses. Could someone read the menu to me? I was sitting there going, fucking hell. It's like, you knew you wanted ribs. and I go to the guy, do you have any regular menus? And he goes, yeah, I've got a few. I'm like, great. So he actually brings out the regular menus.
I feel like the whole point of going to a restaurant is
the service.
Part of it is the service.
Yes.
And then not having to fucking... But the problem with the QR coding is they want your email address and they want to send you special offers and they want to do all of that.
You know what it is as well? You have to set up your credit card details and all that sort of stuff too. Mm-hmm. So let's say we all go out as a family for dinner. That means you have to do it on your dad or your mum's phone.
Yeah.
Because they're the one paying.
Yeah.
So suddenly you have the phone, you're ordering 4 people, putting in and then giving it back to them to have them hold the phone out really far away with their glasses on to punch in their credit card details to pay for a meal. When the whole system pre-COVID.
See,
it was fantastic.
I don't mind the QR code when you and I and a whole bunch of our mates, we go to a pub.
Yeah.
And...
Is you're buying individual meals.
Yeah.
For yourself or maybe you and one other person. And you go, I'll get this round.
It works.
Works great. When you got like, I'm going
when
out
I know
for
my
a
father's paying for it, I don't want to see a QR code.
It's just, I don't want to have to scroll through my phone like, you know, like I'm at home on Uber Eats. You know, I just want, I want a menu. I want the menu. I think, do you remember when you were a kid and you go to restaurants, like Chinese restaurants?
Yeah.
And they have pictures of the food.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's great. And as you get older, you go, the places with the pictures of food in the menu are bad.
Right. Most of them are, yes.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
But, if you go to an Italian place, and they got a picture of spaghetti bolognese next to the word spaghetti bolognese.
I have a place in the city.
Yeah.
Where I'm pretty much, it's delicious, it's fantastic. I'm pretty sure no one speaks English.
Yeah, okay.
And they have pictures.
But that's it. If you go to an Italian place and they have a picture of a spaghetti bolognese,
I'm getting the fuck out of there.
That's right. Yeah. That's how I feel. Like we got moved into society.
It needs to say antipasta, even though I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I know.
I know to order it.
I
know. It's one of those things. Like, okay, I know there's a picture of the food that I want. Don't go there. And now we've converted. We've done 180. It's like, I need a photo of it on my phone to order. Because every time you go to one of these QR code restaurants, they always have a picture of what you are going to get next to...
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, this is not right. I don't care if it's a laminated piece of paper.
I went to last week, I went to a very fancy restaurant, which is fucking hilarious. I should have known. I was catching up with one of my old psych friends. Her casual wear is what I would call very sophisticated and fancy, right? Mm-hmm. And we got catching up for lunch. And luckily, I didn't wear my fucking hoodie. I was a little bit more dressed up than that. And we go into this a really fucking nice restaurant.
Yeah.
It was Italian.
Yeah.
And I'm reading words on the page going, I have not comprehended or understood.
I'm amazed I didn't get a call.
any of these things. Because I swear half of it was in Italian as well.
Yeah.
Or they're talking about Italian ingredients. And I was like, duck. I understand duck. I'm getting the duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm amazed I didn't get a call.
Yeah.
To be honest. You've called me where you asked where the bitters were in the supermarket.
I have. I also told her, because she's Italian, I also go, marron. And she's like, I've never heard that word before.
It's Madonna, but it's like Madon.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just a slang.
I was probably saying it like, an Aussie saying, bonjour.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But yeah, I don't understand the QR code. That's been my big thing. Here's another one for you. Jess has been organising some doctor's appointments recently. Mm-hmm. And, she has certain days. She works weekends.
Yeah.
And everyone works 9 to 5. She runs her own business. So she's can only really have doctor's appointments on certain days. So out of 2 of the 5 days of the working week, Monday to Friday, she can have doctor's appointments. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That won't affect her work schedule or anything like that, or her business, and she'll still be able to get the doctor's appointments. It's very imperative that she get these doctor's appointments, right? So she calls up, one doctor said, you got to get this appointment to see this other doctor. I don't know. She calls up the place.
Do you ever think the doctor thing is a scam? I refer you to this guy, and then they get a little bit under the table. Well, it's suspicious, isn't
it? They don't actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just like, another guy might.
No, the problem is they're so highly specialized in one tiny thing that as soon as it's outside of that...
I only do the toe next to the little toe.
On the right foot.
On the right foot.
On the left foot.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's a completely different animal. So she calls up this other doctor's place and she goes, hi, I'd like to make an appointment. Very easy sort of thing. And they go, great, when are you available? Another perfect exchange so far. She goes, any day, any time on either a Monday or a Thursday. Again, wide open. 2 of the 5 days in a week. Mm-hmm. And they go, sorry, we don't work those days. Or we don't have any appointment on those days.
Turch, most doctors don't work 5 days a week.
But it's a clinic that specialises in the thing that Jess needs to go see it about. Uh-huh. And Jess is sitting there going, what do you mean you don't have any appointments ever?
On
Monday or a Thursday. These appointments are half an hour. Uh-huh. Even if they have one doctor on, they can fit in half an hour, even give him an hour lunch. You can fit in 14 appointments each day. So out of 28 potential appointments, even in the week after. So now you have a choice of, 56 appointments. Mm-hmm. You don't even have one. Yeah. No, because we don't work Mondays or Thursdays.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays. 3.
And just, try to, what about Friday? No Fridays either. It's like, wait a minute.
What days do you
when do you have time? So she got an appointment, but I understand that the healthcare system is not good here in the state of Victoria because of Daniel Andrews, right?
Yeah.
And the Liberal Party or whatever they've done about cutting. I don't know. All I know is that when all these specialists don't work enough.
Mm-hmm. No, Turch, these specialists don't need to work 5 days a week.
Cut their salary and say, you want to make 500k a year, you got to work 5 days a week.
You know how many of my psych friends work 5 days a week?
Not enough.
None. None work 5 days a week.
See, this is why Medicare is actually a pain to the Australian public. Because let's just say they go, okay, we're going to give you pay into the Medicare system, but you need this specialist. We're going to pay, let's say the specialist charges $1,000 to go see them, but we're going to pay $800. Well, the specialist is now going to go, well, I should make $1,000 per thing, but if the people are already getting $800 of it covered, I'll just jack up my price to $1,800.
Yeah,
and they're still paying $1,000, and the Medicare's paying $800. And so if the Medicare goes up, he just goes, "Oh, it's up $200. Now it's $2,000 to see me."
Turch, I just don't understand what the problem is. This just seems like a legitimate system for these doctors to not have to work 5 days a week.
Well, So cut out the Medicare and make them work 5 days a week.
You should enter politics, my friend.
Doctors wouldn't like me. Teachers wouldn't like me either. Oh, we only work 180 days in the year.
Is that all they do?
Well, they get 6 weeks off over Christmas and that. And then they get 3 sets of school holidays of 2 weeks. So that's another 6. That's 12 weeks off. They don't work weekends. Cut out 5 days of public holidays.
Oh, yeah, the public holidays. Yeah.
So there you go. How many days a week are in a year? I can't do the math.
There's 365 days in a year. Yeah, no, but
only okay. So only 260 are working days. But if I get rid of 12 weeks of leave, 52 minus
was that
12,
getting rid of your 4 weeks of annual leave?
No, but they count that as part of school holidays.
Okay.
So they go 40 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 38 because I'm going to go. They got to take some sick leave. Some public holidays. So 38 times 5 days a week is 190 days. At best, they're working 190 days.
We're working too much.
We're working too much. And they're complaining they're not getting paid enough or they do too much work. Yeah, because you have brought into a system that you have to put in 190 days and 260.
How many days do we work?
What was it, 50? 40, it'll go 48.
No, 48, yeah.
By 5, 240. So they've got 50 less days of actual work. But that's why they're complaining, because they have to fit 50 extra days into those 190. So this is very...
Either, and just hang on, while we're there, a specialist works 3 days a week for about 12 weeks a year. You gotta remember they've got to go on a lot of holidays.
Well,
and they haven't been on holidays of all of COVID.
Well,
so they've got a lot of travelling to catch up on.
Well, someone's got to get the sailboat from Australia to New Zealand. I got one more.
Yeah, all right.
Well, then we can do some news. It's middle of the year.
Yeah, fat people. What?
So we can always talk about fat people. I got no fat people this time, but next time we'll do a whole segment on fat people. You find some fat people to talk about.
All right.
Actually, watching fat people pretend to exercise on social media is probably my favorite thing to do. Because they always I got new workout gear, and then you can obviously just say see them they've only lifted that weight once or twice just for the video, and the lat pull down once or twice, and then they're running on a treadmill. They're not sweaty.
Yeah.
Fat people sweat instantly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the middle of the year.
Mm.
And I don't know how it is at your work, but we have 2 cycles for professional development. One start of the year, and one in the middle of the year.
Right.
It's middle of the year. It's end of financial year stuff. I'm trying to get real work done. And the boss goes, oh, yeah, the whole, not my boss, but everyone's boss goes, oh, you have to get all your professional development written, evaluation stuff done by the 15th. And I'm like, okay, so you want me to not work?
Yeah, because it's your boss's KPI that this gets done.
I know. Yeah. And then my boss is just no, we've got to do real work. We've got annual reports, shit to work out and data to run and this and that. So I've just had to complete that recently. And I'm just
I feel you.
I can't.
I feel you.
If your boss should know you well enough that have you met your KPI? It should be a yes/no.
Yeah.
I've had to write about 2,000 words on my professional development. It's taken me 3 days. Wow.
Wow. Turch.
That's all I've been doing.
I'm glad government employees are working out. I've actually got another rant because I got an email. I got a very serious email sent to me. And to my colleagues as well. None of us have done the ITS security training.
Oh no.
Because ITS have been sending to the whole organization to do this training. I delete the emails because I just think they're scam.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so I delete. Anyway, so our boss sends out an email to everyone. No one in the psychology department has completed the training. The training needs to be completed. I go, right, fine. I'll do this morning. I go on and they're videos. I've got to watch videos.
Oh, they're the worst kind of training.
And I'm like, I've got this, Turch. I've got this. I'm just gonna scrub till the end. Generally, there's some kind of quiz, and I'll probably get 80% and carry on.
It's one of those quizzes that you can take again and again. They don't change the questions, and they tell you the answer straight away. So you just do it.
One of those quizzes.
First time I get it 10%, next time 100. Oh wow, really improved.
They're one of those quizzes. If you actually got it wrong, you should be fired from the organization. So I scrub. I'm like, I've got this, and I click, yep, finished watching it. I was like, yes, I have finished watching it. Confirm. And it goes, you have only watched 30 seconds of the video. You need to watch the entire video for this to be completed. I was like, no!
Why don't you just do
even worse?
Yeah.
So then I clicked play, turned mute, on, and closed the browser.
Oh, no, it's pause the video.
Yes. Yeah. So the fucking browser needs to be open.
I've had to do some training like that and watching videos, and I was watching them and it was really slow, and then I saw in the corner it said you could increase the speed of the videos. I'm like, great. I put it on 2 times speed, made the videos infinitely more watchable. Mm-hmm. So instead of being like, and welcome to the session, we're going to just click on this now. And I was like, welcome to the session, we're going to click on this now. Click, okay, now move this, click, and that's how you do this. I'm like, great. Instead of a 5-minute video, it's 2.5. Moving along. Actually watchable. And then I moved up to the next training course, and suddenly the videos were in a different media player, and that media player didn't have speed it up.
Oh,
I'm no. What? Why? Wait a minute. So you got to train 2 training courses by the same company, and you use 2 different media players as well. What sort of idiot does that? Oh, we're going to use Java here, and this one here we're going to use Real Player. Like, why? Just use YouTube like everybody else does. Oh, so stupid.
MS Teams is down today, worldwide.
Was it? It worked fine for me. Everyone annoyingly called me.
Really? Oh. It was working fine until about midday.
No, it was great.
And then there was a worldwide outage.
I had a trading session online.
Interesting, because Niall and Blaine, housemates, also couldn't do their job this afternoon. So,
what a busy, productive afternoon for you guys. You got some news for us, Kieran?
I sure do. What do you feel like, Turch? What do you feel like?
I feel like some comedy.
All right.
So, I got some news from Australia.
Australian news? No, I don't have.
Well, give us some American news. I guarantee there's going to be some American news in there.
Oh, there's absolutely some American news. All right, I'll go international, Turch. Okay. I'll go international. US troops in Germany banned from alcohol after scooter incidents.
Great.
When the US Army moved into Darwin, was this like a decade ago? My sister was in the army as well. Mm-hmm. They also had to ban the US troops from drinking.
Yeah.
Because basically, when America moves in, like Darwin, I don't know what's one of the town, like 10,000 people. Mm. And then there's 8,000 army troops that turn up. And just fucking nightlife. It just became American civilization.
Yeah.
A US Army brigade in Germany has been confined to its base during evenings and temporarily banned from consuming alcohol after 5 troops were charged with driving scooters under the influence. All 5 soldiers were together on the July 4th weekend.
Oh, there you go.
It's illegal to... you can't drink and ride a bike.
Yes. If you could ride it on the road...
scooter?
If you could ride it on the road... and you're intoxicated, it's the same as a car. Okay, I went to Oktoberfest a couple of years back.
Yeah.
And it was our first sort of proper day sitting there at Oktoberfest. And we're drinking steins of beer, as you do.
Yeah.
That's all you can really... It's all you can order. You can't order a smaller beer than a stein.
So not a pitcher, a stein.
Stein, yeah, liter, in the big.
Yeah.
And we're sitting next to some Americans. And they say, we've been here for about, an hour, 2 hours or something. They're chatting to them about American stuff. And they're like, it's really exciting here because, the drinking age is so young here. It's you can drink beer in Germany at 16.
Mm.
And wine too. And hard liquor. But you can't mix it.
Right.
Until you're 20 something. But by then everyone's I just drink beer.
Mm.
I'm a normal human, And we're Australia's 18, but we're a bit more... Everyone drinks beer 16. It's
yeah,
and
these guys are between 16 and 23, 4, 5. Yeah,
you get your fair share of alcohol. And we're just trying to explain it to them. And they're we're drinking a lot here. And we're oh, really? We've been here for at this stage, 2.5, 3 hours. And we've nearly finished this one stein of beer. And Jess and I and her brother look at each other because we're on our 4th. We've been there for 5 hours. And then Bailey, who's Jess's brother, we just finished ours and we're done. We've got 4 in us. Bailey goes, 1 second, orders another one, and in front of those Americans, he goes, hey, look at this. It goes, all the way down. It goes, done. And we walk away. These Americans had no fucking idea.
And they drink that light beer.
I had a cause.
What is it with the light beer?
It's meant to be low carb.
Oh, so it's not reduced alcohol?
Nah. Oh, I don't think so. Because I had a...
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking reduced alcohol.
I remember we went to the ice hockey. I had a Coors Light.
Yeah.
And I thought, this would be great. And then I had it. No, it tasted like crap. But it said light on it, but it was 1.2, 1.3 standard, pretty normal.
Mm.
But it was light in carbohydrates.
I see. Well, just a reminder to everyone, the Melbourne Ice versus the Melbourne Mustangs, who won 4-0 last time they played the Melbourne Ice, are playing this weekend.
I know, you're very excited.
And as a Stang supporter.
As a Stang. So we didn't even get a photo with the horse. I expect you to get a photo with the Mustang in the next game.
Yeah, okay. Challenge accepted.
Excellent.
Go Mustangs.
I'm an Ice man myself.
Why did you go Ice?
Because, you know what? Our really good friend took us to the ice hockey.
He did. Well, we paid for our own tickets, so...
I know, but, you know, he's like, hey, come and join me.
He wanted to share the moment with us.
Yeah, he wanted to share it. And now I'm like, well, who do you go for? I don't have a team. And he goes, I go for Melbourne Ice. I'm like, great, perfect. Me and you will go for them together.
But he takes us to the away game.
Well, it's only because...
They were away.
It's only because he's got tickets, season tickets.
Yeah, they weren't... It wasn't the home game. See, I like to go for the home team, Turch.
Oh, lucky that you go for Melbourne City then. That's the right team.
And because I was at the home game, I went for the Mustangs.
I'm very proud of you. I'm sure that's...
Actually, I went for the Mustangs out of spite.
You did. You went there, and the next thing I see is you've got a baseball cap on. I was like, and everyone's like, God, Kieran, why? What are you doing? just time for chili. Like, what are you doing there?
Yeah, okay.
But going back to the Americans drinking, I don't think that Americans need drinking games to drink.
Yeah.
Whereas Australians just like, it's called just
drink.
It's drinking beers.
Yeah.
Like, every time Australians try to play drinking games, it just ends up being like, Like, we always, at New Year's, try to do beer pong.
And
it lasts a game. And we're like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Because it's just much easier to talk shit and drink.
You know why I think it's bad for us? Because it's like beer pong for them, they fill up with beer.
Yeah.
And
we go hard liquor.
We just go, nah. If we're going to play, let's fucking play. I think you and I played beer pong and the 10 cups were filled with double shots of Jack Daniels. Yeah. And I can't even remember who won.
I don't think everyone going, well, why would I pour beer in here?
Yeah.
I'm here to get shit-faced. I'm not here to drink beer. Like, Like, let's fill it up with liquor.
That was that year I bought the 2-liter bottle of Jack Daniels and we're just like, woohoo! Here we go! Thanks, Costco!
Yeah, no, that got wild very quickly.
Oh, well, we're a different breed here in Australia.
Maybe if we played it with the light beer. Maybe
that's what it is. Because I'm... Like,
maybe we need to find some Americans to play beer pong with.
We should get some of our American other podcasts and meet up with them eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. In the meantime, we'll do virtual pong.
Virtual beer pong. Here we go, Kieran. Price of meat, very high at the moment. It was getting higher.
Yeah.
There's food shortages around the world. Potato prices going up. Lettuce in Australia skyrocketing. Manono's been growing money, basically. You know, mainly because he keeps his cash in there. But here we go. What does the Muslim world think of this pandemic?
Ooh.
Let's have a look. Award-winning imam blames women's exposed thighs for soaring meat prices. An award-winning imam.
Wait, how can an imam be award-winning?
An award-winning imam in Muslim-majority Kazakhstan has blamed women's thighs for the skyrocketing prices of meat in the country. He said that women have cheapened their thighs, by showing off too much skin. He said in a program, do you know when meat prices go up in your town? It goes up when women's flesh cheapens. And women's meat becomes cheap when she bears skin and exposes their thighs like thumbs. He's a 53-year-old award-winning cleric who's formerly served as the president of an Islamic university and urged senior men to bringing an end to the shame and prohibit women from wearing scantily attire. So he's a university lecturer or ex-youth lecturer. And he's come on TV and said, "Bitches got to cover up, so we get that. We got to get some halal chicken. We're gonna get the prices down."
I'm just thinking I could call you award-winning podcaster Turch, who once studied to become a doctor because you probably studied biology in high school.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not right either. I did chemistry once. I poured some stuff in test tubes.
Oh. All right. Award-winning podcaster Turch.
I split an atom. Is that? It's not a good thing though.
Who's on track to win a Nobel Prize.
Well, you know. Look, if Obama can win one for blowing all those Arabs up, I think I can win one. Yeah. Trump brought peace to the fucking Korean coast. What's that called? South China Sea.
Yeah.
And he didn't get a peace prize, but Obama bombs the shit out of all these weddings.
But Obama brought peace to the United States.
Did he?
What? Look, Turch, don't question my facts. Number one,
I'm the award-winning writer here that's going to win a Nobel Prize, not you. You said it, not me.
Yeah, but I was not ready for a follow-up.
You got some more news for us, Kieran.
Why follow up facts?
What have you got for us?
A Colorado Springs man has successfully pushed a peanut all the way to the summit of Pikes Peak with his nose. Is he the first person to do this? No. Is he the second or third? No. He is the fourth person to do this.
Why is this news?
Why are we celebrating the fourth person?
Man walks on the moon again, like who cares? Do you remember? I think I bought into an old episode ages ago. I talked about it. How the more pre-words you have before your actual achievement, it means less. That's like the first woman over 50 who's also a lesbian in space. It's like, well, okay, first woman in space. First person in space, amazing.
Yeah.
First woman in space, amazing. First woman over 50 is okay, yeah.
Yeah.
First lesbian woman, like, I don't know, that sounds like you're grasping at straws there. Mm-hmm. Just like them turtles.
Bob Sullum, 53, reached the top of Pikes Peak Friday morning. He broke the previous verified record for the feat, completing the arduous task in 7 days. Oh. The record was 8. He is the fourth person to summit America's mountain this way. The attempt comes as part of some kind of 150th birthday celebrations. Hey, how cool is that?
You know what? Recently, I watched a video.
There's the contraption that he's wearing.
Oh, it doesn't count.
To push the peanut up with his nose.
I just watched a video recently by this guy on YouTube who does videos about video game speedruns. Right?
Video game speedrun.
So, like, people try to finish a video game as fast as possible within certain parameters.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah, they're called nerds.
They're called nerds, yeah. And one of the games is Super Mario 64, like on the old Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Cheats or no cheats?
No cheats. Like, you know, like sometimes they can use like clipping through walls and tricks, but there's like ones that, you know, you just have to play the game as it is.
So you're not doing Rainbow Road where you go down that little...
No, you can.
Hill thing and then
some of them you can
jump over.
It depends on the categories. They have all these categories, right? It's actually quite interesting because, you know, people break games is pretty interesting, right? And recently, someone completed Super Mario 64, collected all 120 stars, blindfolded. And it took them like 7 or 8 days. Wow. And I'm just sitting there going, fucking hell, like, we could only harness this stupidity. Like, you know, this, into anything else.
Hang on, I've got to go back. You had to collect stars?
It's in the video game.
I did not know that.
Okay, well, it's in this video game, right? And it's like, okay, so you're going to collect, like, all the stars, do all the activities in the game. But, like, he did a blindfolder. It took him, like, 7 days. And I'm like, you could be doing anything else. Like, why is that an accomplishment you felt like? It's the same as this guy pushing a peanut up a hill with his nose.
And being the fourth person.
Yeah, at least the video game, like, people are sort of into video games. Is there a competitive pushing peanuts up hills with noses seen that don't know about? Like, there's big conferences about video games every year. Like, there's
you want the pushing a peanut up a hill conference.
See,
I hear you, Turch. I hear you.
Like,
As CEO, I will send you there because you are about to win a Nobel Prize.
That's so good. Like, they have like big video game conferences, right?
I've been to one.
There you go.
Am I going ever again? No.
Yeah. But
I saw too many clients.
And it was... But is there like a food conference, and then it's like a food vendor, like we've got new spicy roasted peanuts. We do something with walnuts here, and then in the corner,
mountain peanuts,
guys. So what are you doing here? Well, actually, I'm really promoting the art of pushing a peanut up a hill with the notes. Oh, okay. Security.
And this peanut, if you look at the shape of it, is really conducive to the lack of friction and roll.
Very aerodynamic. We test peanuts prior to going up hills. This one looks like,
and it's durable.
And you know what? This one looks like the leader.
There's another lima bean that looks like the leader.
Leader beans.
Yeah.
Well, Kieran, speaking of things that look like things, people who look like things, woman 23 buys sex doll for her husband that looks just like her.
Pretty sure the husband will want something that doesn't look like her.
Well, this is the interesting thing. Like, there's a lot of questions that I have, right? So, she goes... I won't go through the whole article, but we'll have a look at the picture, because that's the important part of this. She says that sometimes her husband's in the mood and she's not. And he's like, well, how about you just, instead of masturbating, why don't you fuck something that looks like me? So she spent 4K on this sex doll that is meant to look like her. Mm-hmm. Now, it says a lot about your relationship.
It does.
Number one. But two... And we're going to look at the doll, and we're going to notice some differences between the actual woman and the actual doll. And you tell me...
Do you reckon they're going to be divorced in a couple of years?
I feel like something.
Yeah.
I feel like something. So here we go.
Okay, so here's the picture.
So here's the woman.
Right.
And here's the doll. They're next to... Mm-hmm. Next to here we go.
Well, her...
Now, there's definitely one thing the doll has over the woman.
Oh, the boobs.
Oh, the boobs.
The boobs,
The woman is maybe a B cup, maybe. Mm-hmm. The doll is definitely double D, maybe an E cup. Over here, so there. Here we go. So she purchased off for $2,600. But yeah, look at that. Like, look at this happy. Look at that cleavage on that doll. Like, it's bigger than her head. And I'm going to put it out there. The doll's face...
I think the guy would also like to get head from the doll, because those lips...
Yeah, I was going to say, like, just the face, right? Mm. Back and forth. If you look side by side, the doll's face is better than the woman's.
Yeah, agree.
You know? This woman is... like,
and it doesn't talk either, so, yeah.
Look how happy he is. This man has got it all sorted out. There you go. When Dee is not involved in Callum and Char's sex life, she waits patiently for them in the studio. So Dee is the doll's name. We'd never put...
Shut up, bird.
We'd never put her away in the cupboard. So I think she's like an OnlyFans chick as well, which is really weird. Let me look here. She's... couple who's earning a living off OnlyFans can earn up to... $122,000 a month. They even made $17,500 in a single day. So she's already a prostitute. Wow. And to satisfy his need, and they fuck on camera for people.
Yeah, yeah.
And he needs more than that.
Wow.
People have got to stop paying for sex. People have got to stop paying for porn.
That is just...
If you're paying for a I think if you buy a subscription to a porn site...
Like OnlyFans.
Yeah, if you're like a Netflix version, like, of porn.
Of
like,
whatever, yeah.
Like a Pornhub account or something. Understandable. Wide selection. various topics, all that sort of stuff.
And you can move, but it's all free anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Mostly free.
Yeah.
But if you're buying a subscription to a single woman who you are not having sex with, I think that you should not be able to have money.
I think that person should be able to extract all the money they can from you.
No, because hot women already have too much power in this world. And now we're giving them money too. And they vote like fucking idiots.
It's the taxes. Yeah, they'll be for lower taxes, though.
No, they're not. Because they love the environment and they want free healthcare and free abortions and shit like that. So they were going to pay more tax.
And remember, the doctors only work 2 or 3 days a week as well.
Why would you become a doctor when you could just, if you're a hot woman, if you could just have sex on camera for $100,000 a month?
And earn more than the doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are good questions, Turch. These are good questions. I've got another article for you.
Please.
A company called Meta is suing Meta.
Yes!
For naming itself Meta. It's Meta's all the way down.
I was going to say, is this a joke? Like a meta joke?
No. When Facebook changed its name to Meta, there were few concerns that a company was planning to dominate the nascent metaverse. But there's one aggrieved party. An installation art company called Meta announced Tuesday that it will be suing Meta, the Facebook, for trademark violation.
Does Facebook even have a leg to stand on?
No, I've got no fucking idea.
I don't know how much trade.
I don't know how these trademarks work, or
there'll be a cash settlement, I'm sure,
or
a license agreement.
Yeah, why would you not sell out to Meta?
Because you could fucking license it out to them forever. That's fucking passive income. That was like back in the day. I don't know if you ever knew about this. Back in the day when websites were like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And people would just buy them and hope that other companies would want to buy it off them.
Like Microsoft or
the biggest one in Australia was www.afl.com.au. And this woman just bought it for like $5.
Yeah.
And when the AFL decided, we should buy a website, and they're like, oh shit, the website we want is owned by this woman. She sold it for like $1 million.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. But you could have just licensed it to them for $100,000 a year.
I would take $1 million.
Just take $1 million?
I would take the $1 million.
Yeah.
I could do a lot. You could do a lot with the $1 million.
$100,000 a year?
You could do a lot with 100,000, but I could do a lot more with $1 million.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But $1 million's a one-off. After 10 years, $100,000 a year.
Yeah, but $1 million in the bank earning, $1 million invested earning 10% is $100,000 a year, Turch.
Nah, you gotta spend money to make money.
What else you got for us?
Do you like Weird Al? Weird Al Yankovic? Does the parody songs?
No.
You don't know who Weird Al is? Okay. Oh my god! That's one of the things Jess and I, why we're married, is Simpsons and Weird Al. I've seen him live. He's fucking amazing.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure he's done Amy's Paradise, White and Nerdy. Oh, another one rides the bus. Genius in France. My Baby's Love Me with Eddie. Oh my god!
Have you played Weird Al to me before?
He's been playing. He's been doing parody songs since the 1970s. Just message me. Oh my god! Okay, you need to on your drive home. You need to listen to Weird Al.
Weird Al.
He's the greatest person in music, right?
Yeah.
He's 70-something years old, and he's been parodying songs since the 1970s. Like he's parodied Michael Jackson. He's parodied Paul McCartney, Beatles songs. He's parodied, and he plays polkas as well, like piano accordion stuff. Oh. He's parodied The Doors. He's parodied Lady Gaga, Nirvana, and everyone in between. And he's one of the nicest people in music. Mm. And apparently, this is a real story that Weird Al tells. He goes, I went to a big music thing, like MTV Awards sort of stuff, and I was there with everyone, and he loves the Beatles. Everyone loves the Beatles. And he saw Paul McCartney there. He's, I really want to talk to Paul McCartney, but I don't know how to talk to him. Like, I'm a nobody in the music scene, this and that. And then Paul McCartney brings David Bowie over and goes, look, it's Weird Al. That's how big Weird Al is to everybody in the music industry. Like, he's like, woo! Like, amazing.
Okay.
Anyway, he's also like, he does parody songs of big hits.
Yeah.
But they're beautiful. Like, you can get your 10-year-old to listen to them or 5-year-old to listen to them because they're clean lyrics.
Can we listen to a little bit of Weird Al?
Well, after.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so he's done another sellout show, all right, in Madison. And this woman, Linda, has gone to the show and goes, no, it's sexist.
Ugh, sounds like a Karen.
Where was it? Three, I couldn't help but feeling that culturally, we, as a nation, have crossed some kind of line recently. One of mass shootings at another, or of the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally on June 16th, this and that. Last night, I was sitting in the audience with the shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde and Highland Park all within the last 2 months, and I kept noticing how many times a Weird Al song centers around the extreme anger and resentment of a young man. Sure, it can be written off as all good fun when the speaker in My Baby's in Love with Eddie Vedder suggests he's going to start stalking Alanis Morissette to get back at his girlfriend for having a fan crush on Pearl Jam singer. But it's a lot harder to dismiss Melanie, a song about a guy who's spying on a woman through her window and wondering why she won't go out with him. Is it funny that he gave a mohawk to her cat? Or maybe it was 1988 when it was released, but how about playing the same concert, Close But No Cigar, about a song about a guy who rejects a series of girlfriends for minor infractions like misusing a word. There are plenty of pop songs about guys doing bad stalky stuff, from the Beatles' absurdly cheers Maxwell's Silver Hammer to Warren Zevon's blithe Excitable Boys. What gave me a pause about Weird Al set list was how frequently these themes came up in songs and come on about full heavy metal furor. Sometimes it is like an overwhelming feeling of the narrator of the song feeling left behind. Like in Lame Claim to Fame, a fun sing-along. On one level, that is perfectly keeping with Weird Al's nerdy persona, but in today's fraught political climate, it starts to feel more ominous. Put in the same set list with Good Old Days, in which the narrator remembers when life was so much simpler, when he killed the lady kindly grocer and set fire to the store, as well as, I guess, torturing his girlfriend and leaving her to die in the desert. But that pattern of resentment becomes even more troubling. Are these really the critiques of our culture? Could the case be made? But I don't know if Yankovic makes sense in the times like now. So all these songs, and everyone that's listening to this who knows Weird Al is like, this woman is so projecting, reading into things that do not exist. They're funny, like joke songs.
Yeah.
Weird Al is one of the greatest human beings that we have. Like, he's like
So she's missing the satire of it.
All the jokes?
Yeah.
Just jokes. Simple jokes. Like in
why is there an essay?
Oh, because I think
it's rambling essay.
I really think that people go to university these days, especially with like journalism.
I just go, that's just rambling nonsense.
I
Get
think,
to your point.
I think people go to university these days and think that I'm really well educated, so my points must be valid.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get jobs as a journalist, they're suddenly read by hundreds of thousands of people. So they're like, oh, well, my points must be valid because people read my stuff. I've got a place. And so when they put stuff out like this, and normal people read it who go, no, I'm university. You're a university educated. I'm a university educated. My brother is. My mum is. Hundreds of people, thousands of people who go to see Weird Al every year are probably really well educated. He's got like a degree in data analytics or computer science. Like he got it when he was like 18. Like he's a genius.
Okay, he's one of these smart geniuses.
Really smart, but really funny, right?
Yeah.
He's probably way more educated than she is. But because she has this platform to write about it, she can write these things that obviously are projected. So she's thinking, oh, he's saying that, he's going to stalk Alanis Morissette. That must, that's the same. That brings up ideas in my head of the school shootings. It's like, whoa, how the fuck does your brain have that correlation?
Causation correlation. I get what you mean. Turch, a very simple way to respond to this. She's fucked up. She cray.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Like, it's the same for these ones here. Scientists find this is about correlation causation. Look at this. Yeah. Scientists find link between wolf attacks and far-right politics. The reintroduction of wolves to Germany has been accompanied by electoral gains for far-right parties. So wolves hold a special place in human imagination and data period. So they basically just introduced wolves to certain areas of Germany again. And suddenly more people are voting right-wing. So, well, there you go. Wolves make right... What the fuck? You are the worst scientists in the world.
I mean, if they introduced those wolves like 5 or 10 years earlier, it would have been linked to left-wing politics.
No, it wouldn't have. Because they don't look... They're only looking for stupid things. Like, have you seen that thing of like number of school shootings and number of films Nicolas Cage does in a year?
Yeah,
and you're like... I don't think they're linked.
That's almost a perfect correlation as well, which is just like
very scary.
Yeah. That one is yeah.
Oh, I still can't believe you haven't listened to Weird Al.
I have never heard of.
You would fucking love Weird Al.
Played Weird Al at Phillip Island.
Probably.
Okay, so then I probably have listened to Weird Al.
It's hard to say that you've listened to Weird Al because like he covers like Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, but it's just. The song Smells Like Teen Spirit, but the lyrics are funny.
Yeah.
See,
I don't really listen to lyrics. I just...
Yeah, you'll still like Weird Al.
Okay, because I sort of hear like the tune. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a nice tune. And then, I wonder what's over there and what I'm,
I can't even talk to you right now about like,
You're so angry and
I'm
disappointed
so angry.
at me.
Do you have any more news?
I'm done.
I got one more.
Okay.
Cool. This is a conspiracy theory.
Excellent.
Over the past 3 months...
Yeah.
3 to 6 months, 20 plus food facilities have burnt down in the US. There's a big list of them.
Yeah.
The Van Druren Farms in Memphis, Illinois, 80,000 square foot place, gone. The Cargill Nutria feed mill in where's that? LA, Los Angeles, Louisiana, gone. 140,000 ton of livestock stuff.
Well, no wonder why food prices are going up too.
Well, there's this whole conspiracy that like people are purposely burning things down.
Oh, they're in the scheme.
Because there's so many, and it's all across America.
So, Turch, if I had a farm factory and you had a farm factory, and maybe I burned mine down.
And this is why the conspiracy is happening, because in all of these 20 plus incidences, nobody got hurt. Like, you think if there was a fire in big workplaces.
Yeah.
You think one person would at least get hurt. No injuries, nothing.
So, Turch, what we need to do is open up some kind of major factory. You open one, I open one.
Yeah.
And then we cahoots?
In cahoots
with one another. And
so what you're saying
we price the market.
What you're saying
I'm pretty sure this isn't illegal.
I'm pretty sure this is insurance fraud.
But we'll register them in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bird is like, we have a bird as the
leader,
like the Monty Burns
and peanuts. We have peanut leaders.
At least we'll get some guys to push it up there with their nose.
Yeah.
I'm done, Kieran. I think we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. We've done so much today. Complained about QR codes. We've pushed a peanut butter a hill.
Did I tell you this? I was at dinner with my old man a couple of weeks ago in a restaurant that made us QR code. We were the only people in the restaurant. We asked for menus. There were no menus, and we walked out.
That's good. I'm very proud of you. Well, we talked about QR codes. We pushed a peanut butter of a hill, and you haven't listened to Weird Al. And ladies and gentlemen, for all your wanking needs, make sure you follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hey, on Spotify, give us a 5-star review, eh?
And then shit all over us in the comments.
I don't think you can't shit on us on the comments in Spotify, but you can give us a 5-star review. I think we've got over 10 already.
Woo!
Let's go for 20. And if you'd like to send us some hate mail, some death threats, some rants, record it on your phone and email us. And we only do one take podcast at gmail.com. Kieran, thank you so much for being in the studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we'll see you next Thursday.
Woo! Time for tinnies.
You haven't listened to Weird Al!
Play me, Weird Al!
Oh, God. I am so upset. You have no fucking idea.
Rant about it next week.